you guys kings and queens, because if you're on this channel, we put the class and class-based shooter. Me, I consider myself the king, your boy Android Sensor 5, and we're back with another video for this great game called Payday 3. And, well, I know you guys have been asking me about these centuries, and finally I'm putting the video out for the century build, aka the crowd control build. It's pretty straightforward. It's probably not exactly what you guys have been thinking how you use the centuries. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but if you want to be the most effective and the most beneficial to your team, so again, you can make it through that 19 pure bag cookout mission, because that's how I base all these builds, if they're good or not. You definitely want to be doing it like this. Just there's really no way around it. You definitely have to do it like this. Without further ado, let's get right into the loadout. Alright, for the loadout, I use any of the marksman rifles, so it doesn't matter which one you use. I have all of them color coordinated. I probably should have been showing you guys that with the other builds. So my medic build, I have all of the SMGs coordinated. I have, for my AR build, I have all of those coordinated, and you know, thus far. So yeah, I got this one, which is the last one I have to level up. I mean, not level up as in it's maxed out, but the last one I have to get 1,000 kills for. And this is just taking a long time, because while I'm trying to get the kills, I'm also trying to get the secondary one, which is kill someone from like, I think like 100 meters away or something like that. It's hard because it's probably only like 2 missions where you could even do that, cookout being one of them. Just catch those snipers from inside the house, from across the room pretty much. So yeah, that's the Renfield 900. There's the other ones. Oh, and then I got this, the AA. I like how this one came out, the colors on this one. That looks pretty cool. And then I also have the new marksman rifle that they put up. This one I really like, and people don't really think it's very good, but it's really good. That, look at that recoil and that accuracy. That's insane. Then the fire rate. And then I colored that one as well. So like I said, all of these generally have the same type of pattern, and they all match this uniform that I got. But I'm going back to this one because that's the one I need to get the rest of the kills on. And like I said, this is what I consider the long-range technical assassin, or technical sniper. What I called it, long-range technician. That's what I called it, long-range technician, because I'm using all the long-range weapons plus all of the remote control gadgets that you could get on a person. So anyway, that is the primary, any of the marksman rifles. And then secondary, you really want to get a secondary that can allow you to spam fire, because shooting 1-1-1-1 is all good when they're at a distance, but when they start crowding you, you really need to be able to thin out the crowd with something. This is when I wish they would let you put SMG as a secondary weapon on this game, which they don't. They only seem to have pistols or a revolver. Can't wait till they expand on this weapon choices that you could actually get in this game. So for me, the best one is actually the striker, only because it's not the one that does the most damage, but it definitely has the fastest fire rate and the bigger mag size. You put an extended mag on this. I think I have an extended mag on this one, actually. Yeah, you put an extended mag on this thing and you just fire forever. I mean, 31 shots. If you don't kill whatever you're trying to shoot at in 31 shots, you might need to reevaluate. 31 shots. Now, like I said, I normally color these. I just didn't get around to coloring this one. I just kind of leave it as it is. Didn't really care that much for that one, because I've been getting the presets for the secondaries mostly. But for this one, I can't use the preset because of how one-sided the primary is. So for this, I normally use the Striker 7, but because I still need to get the revolvers done, the revolver and the sniper are the last 3 weapons that I have to get 1,000 kills on. So I've been doing this because this loadout is definitely based around that secondary more than your primary. So anyway, I've been using this one just because it's the next one on the list for me. Sentries, of course. Throwing knives. I know y'all thinking, oh man, you use throwing knives outside of stealth? Yes, you do. You know why? Because on this build, I have nothing to bring back my throwables. I have nothing to give me back my throwables. So the next best thing is to throw a knife at them and go over and pick that knife up. So I still have throwables. It makes perfect sense. I don't know how you wouldn't understand that, but it makes perfect sense. You should definitely do that. The point is, you don't really want to be running out of your gadgets or your ammo or even your armor. You don't want to run out of anything. You want to try to get around running out of anything at all times, especially if you're doing, like I said, those 19 bags. You want to stay in a mission for a long time. You can't be running out of stuff. For this one, I did go a little bit tankier, but I didn't want to be so tanky that I can't move. So I went with the medium armor, which is 3 plates. It's a good balance between speed and protection. And then of course we're already using a sniper, so of course we're going with the Red Fox 50 cal. Like why would we not? It just, you're already in rhythm. I wish I could color the Red Fox, that would be great, but can't. And it's for your tool. This is what really makes this build great. The ECM jammer. I know you guys probably aren't using this, but I am telling you, the ECM jammer is amazing. You definitely need to use it. I'm definitely going to show you how to use it in this run that I'm going to do here. With that being said, we're going to jump right into the skill trees and let you guys know how all of this ties in. Oh, let me give you a quick twist. This is the outfit from the DLC. I wish you could like back her up so you could see her shoes and whatnot too, but yeah, man, look at that sniper, man. That thing is bigger than her whole body. And of course I went back to Joy just because I like her being small and the clothes fitting on her like that. Yep. Off to the skills. From top to bottom, and of course the staple, you always will also you always will also need this field surgery. You always need it. It's not even up for debate. You need it on every loud build. Every loud build needs this. Until they do the update where they're saying that the medic bag will give you a down bag. So then this thing will just give you 2 downs. So you'll get a down from getting what is it, a first aid kit from out of the med bag, and then 2 because you have this on. So then it's up to you. Maybe you could take this off once we do the update, but until then there's no other way to get your downs back other than using this perk, so you need it on every build. After that, we're going over to ammo specialist because we want played up. We want to reap the benefit of having grit, and with this build you're going to have grit all the time. This gameplay for this particular build, or this playstyle for this build, is pretty much based around grit. And I know you're thinking, well, why wouldn't it be the sentries? Believe me, all of that comes together, and once you see the gameplay you'll see exactly what I mean. But yeah, armor specialist just because you have to get to plate up, and from there we're going with the tank because plate up just really goes well with regenerating your shields. You want to keep your shields up because there's really nothing in this particular build that's gonna help you stay alive other than those. So you have to stick them on there just as a good balance. After that, I know I'm using a sniper and I'm skipping sharpshooter. Yeah, I am. Only because it's mostly based around controlling the crowd. If I didn't have to worry about controlling the crowd and picking up the sentries and whatnot, then yeah, I'd be using sharpshooter. But nah, this will keep you alive and keep your whole team from getting overran by building it this way. And of course that means that we have to skip out on cutting shot. But to be honest, like I said, until they do the update where putting cutting shot on a sniper makes you shoot directly through a shield or just completely ignore armor, it's really not like that necessary to have it on. I know the YouTubers that have put up all their videos before me has said it like, oh, you definitely have to have this makes sense. But Look, there's not even any percentages of telling you how much of that armor is getting ignored. And even when you use it, like I challenge you to play a game with it on, and then the very next game play a game with it off. I guarantee you will not notice a difference. You won't be like, oh, I'm not getting through them, I'm not one-shotting them anymore. It don't matter. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. It literally does not matter until they give it a buff like they're saying they're going to do with the update. It doesn't matter, so I just skip it. We're not moving at all, really. We're kind of like turtling into a corner with this build, so don't need escapists. We're not blowing anything up, so don't need demolitionists. But this one, we definitely need this enforcer, and we need it aced because we want to get that grit and that edge constantly all the time. With that, we want to get solid, and I know you're like, why are we getting solid? This isn't the tank. Yeah, I thought you said this was crowd control. Believe me, this all goes together really well. I'm using 2 different strategies that the community should know about by now, and putting them all in one build, just making a way better Sentry build than when you have them separate, pretty much. So this is, I'm immune to staggers when I have edge and grit. I'm going to have edge and grit because of enforcer, and if I reload, I get to keep edge and grit constantly. So I'm literally never, the whole time we're playing, never not going to have edge and grit. I'm gonna have it the entire time. I'm gonna take little to no damage at all. I promise you. And with that, we're going into manipulator, just the first one, and that's only so we can get to menacing. Menacing allows us to make the SWATs and the guards surrender, which is what you absolutely need. This build is literally the human shield build with sentries. I am keeping a human shield on my person at all times, and just because I have them at all times, if I do manage to go down somehow, Stockholm Syndrome will make sure that the hostage I was just holding is going to pick me right back up. I'm not losing anything at all. I'm going to hold a hostage the whole time. They're going to run into my sentries with their pistol out, and if they get close enough, my sentries will trigger Enforcer without me even having to take a shot. Which means I'll be getting edge and grit instantly, back to back to back to back, and I will also be able to renew it whenever I want with combat reload. And I can also get a hostage per round to be able to trade, so we'll have 2 hostages if there's a medic there that's running the medic build the way that it's supposed to. So we'll have 2 extra hostages per round. And then this just makes it so I can get picked up. Alright, now, I know you're like, hey, why don't you have everything on engineer? 1, it doesn't fit, and 2, a lot of things you don't even need. This one, please, for the love of God, don't put this perk on when you're using the sentries. All this does is kill all of your hostages and blow open all of your boards and your windows and things every time it overheats. That is so annoying, trying to get hostages and keep hostages so you can, go out through the game long periods of time like you were trying to. I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're trying to be able to do 19 bags with little to no issue. This is just contradicting. Don't put this on. Don't kill everything around you just having this on. And I've noticed that this hurts your teammates as well. It doesn't like do direct damage to you, but if something blows up next to you like a shocker, you're getting shocked too. If exploder blows up, you're getting blown up too. If a fire extinguisher blows up, you're getting blown up too. Everything hurts you with this thing. It's just not good. But all of the other ones, yes, you can put it on. I really did want to ace this one out just for the extra cooldown because extra overheat time, but it just didn't fit. It didn't fit. I don't even know what I could take off to actually put that on. So unfortunately, you'll be having to pick up your sentries a lot more frequently than you would if you had this on or not. And they seem to go pretty quickly, especially when you're on Overkill, because they're constantly shooting things. But if you can get used to that, which I did, this is probably the only way that you could actually play this and play it in Overkill, and generally could just do the whole thing by yourself. Most of it anyway. You do the first point engineer, and then AP rounds. Absolutely, that makes it so you don't need the cutting shot, because these AP rounds actually work. Cutting shot is supposed to be AP rounds for your sniper rifle or whatever gun you're shooting, but it really doesn't work like how these AP rounds work on your turns. That should be the first thing you should get at all times, and then this just makes it so they overheat less, which you really need it to be. What is that, 50% instead of just the 30%? Well, yeah, it's 20%. So that is 50. All right, so it would have been 70%. It would have been 70%, and that would have been a lot better than, I guess, just the 50. The 50 isn't really cutting it. You want it to do spin cycle. You want to be able to shoot everything. You want to put this thing in the middle of the floor and just let it do its thing, so you don't have to worry about it. Just shoot everything. That way you're constantly getting those perks triggered, and you don't even have to take a shot. And then, of course, this one to make it so you can carry two. If you don't have this, there's no point in even running sentries. You need to. Man, I tried to put on that deep pockets skill, and it doesn't give you 3 sentries. It literally just doesn't do anything for you at all. So yeah, don't put it on. Don't put it on. And then, of course, target fire, because whatever you ping, both of your sentries will immediately target that thing and just shoot at that, which is really good remote control. I like that, especially when a dozer comes. You could just make them both point at the dozer. What really makes that good is the next perk that we're going to be putting on, where we skip all of this stuff, because of course we're not hip firing. We're not sneaking around. Tactician would be good, it just didn't fit. But strategist, combat marking, that way when you mark that dozer and both of your sentries look at that dozer, you'll also be doing 20% extra damage to it, all in sequence. It's just amazing. You definitely should just, I don't see why you wouldn't do this. I wanted to squeeze threat assessment in too to make myself even tankier, but didn't fit, so I had to make a decision. Absolutely, this one is the best though. You definitely should do that. After that, this is what makes the ECM jammer broken. So you do need one perk just to put into Scrambler. I know a lot of people haven't done this tree because they don't think it's useful, but when you read what all this stuff does and actually put it into practice, it's really, really, really good. So of course I used to have, instead of ECM jammer, I used to have powerlifting, so I could carry another bag. But that's just not as important when you're not sneaking around. Like, who cares? If it takes a little bit longer to carry a bag, you're not sneaking around, you're shooting everything anyway. Just shoot everything in your way. And it's still 4 people that's taking bags. And if it's not 4 actual players, you still got 3 bots that can carry bags for you. I don't know if you guys know that, but the bots can carry bags for you. Just throw the bags on the bots. You haven't lost anything. Other than that, Scrambler, and then this particular perk here is called Signal Scan. Oh, this is amazing. This makes it so that pesky techie that is actually only on the DLC map right now, but when they put her everywhere, when they do the new update, at least I hope that's when they're putting her everywhere. But when they put her everywhere, she's gonna be so annoying, and you're gonna wish you had someone on your team that's familiar with the ECM jammer, just so you can find her and immediately take her out, or at least hack her little drones and make her drones fight for you. That's broken too. Yeah, and then you just got your sentry shooting plus a couple drones shooting. You just got an army of robots shooting at your enemies for you. You don't even have to lift a finger. But most importantly is, whenever you put the ECM jammer down and that FBI van comes, it'd be annoying to try to find that van in the middle of a wave and then get to an angle where you can shoot it from a safe distance without having to worry about all the other enemies shooting at you while you're trying to target that satellite. This makes it so everyone on your team can see that van. Broken. Oh, and then it also points out all the snipers and the cameras too. So like it's just a lot of information very fast to all of your teammates. It's a UAV. You like UAVs in Call of Duty, right? Yeah, well, the ECM jammer on here is your UAV. use it, please. All right, now we'll go over to the gameplay so I can show you guys exactly what it is and how great this build is. All right. All right, for this one, I had got the zipline bag because there wasn't really anything specific to this build. So we'll put the zipline up there and we'll look for some planks. Oh, one of my teammates left already. So we'll look to see if the planks are there. Nope, they're not there. They're not right there. Oh, they're not right here. What the heck? Yeah, they're not here. So they might be on the opposite side. Alright, so the hive is on the main floor. Oh yeah, that's good. Alright, they got 2 sets of planks, so it should be one more, maybe one on the bottom right here. Oh, they're pinging, so maybe they found one. Okay. What? Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
So I can get one of. Oh, okay. I could use these guys as hostages.
Lose the gun.
With the cooks dead, we'll have to make our own meth. Why does this always happen to you guys?
Whatever.
Vane left some notes from the old days on CrimeNet. Last time you were in this spot, you used muriatic acid, caustic soda,
So
and hydrogen
you want
chloride.
to put one
Easy enough.
here.
Setting up a
We'll need at least 3
What?
bags
That's
of
not what I
meth to
said,
make
dude.
this worth our while. These notes are a little chaotic, but we'll make it work.
So we put century there. A century
Coming in from the lumber mill. Don't let them get any
here.
closer.
Actually, want to use.
You'll need to add the ingredients as I called them out. One wrong move, and the lab goes up in flames. No pressure, right? All right, gang.
I got the shield.
Got any hydrogen chloride handy? That's what we need.
You're completely surrounded.
No explosions yet.
All right.
We're good.
setting up sentry gun.
You guys have the fucking shield.
Hostage rescue units are on site.
Got 2.
Thank you.
Oh, one up here. All right, good. I didn't even have to go anywhere.
Those cooks would have been helpful right now. Add caustic soda and we'll go from there. That looks right.
Trying to hide. We have this place surrounded.
The SWATs are using the scaffold.
Sentry gun set up.
They got snipers incoming. Be careful.
No, you're in there. We have you surrounded.
They're on the stairs. These notes are a mess.
Where?
Muriatic acid. That's next.
So we need to make sure these
That's one
sentries
batch
stay
done.
up.
Let's cook another. Cross-referencing the notes. The recipe
Oh,
needs
it's a
caustic
sniper.
soda.
Kill the sniper.
Got.
So far, so good.
Kill the goddamn guy. Get him in a kill box.
Got the sentry gun set up.
Make sure they don't touch that thing. Yep. Put off the lights, buddy.
Checking the notes. Mix in some muriatic acid.
We have this place surrounded.
That looks right.
They're not. not even shooting.
Cross-referencing the notes.
Yeah.
Nice going.
Ooh.
You can cook that batch a
Yeah.
little longer to increase the purity, but keep an eye on it. We could have used those cooks. I think hydrogen is up. Yeah, let's go with that.
More important.
Somebody help Dallas. They're deploying additional snipers.
Setting up sentry guns.
Exactly where you are. You're completely surrounded.
Keep an eye on it, but I think we're safe to keep cooking.
Sentry gun here.
Ooh, I took a lot of damage right there.
We got a
Dumb.
chance to regroup.
Alright. I dropped health. He dropped armor.
Here it is.
Get one.
Need... This can't... The notes say we need lye to get the temperature up, but where... caustic soda.
Go ahead and put caustic in.
I have an armor bag here.
I'm good. I don't need armor.
All right.
Make no mistake. We are in.
Add some muriatic acid.
There, got it.
The batch's purity will increase if you cook it a bit longer. Just don't let it burn. Fucking FBI just got here. Take out
Alright,
the antenna.
so this is what's really good about this build.
If Bane's notes are accurate,
Alright, we highlighted the FBI
the
van.
recipe needs caustic soda.
Yep, highlighted red.
Hey, Dallas.
Trying to hide. We have this place surrounded. You're out of options.
3 shots. FBI van is out.
I see cops coming out of the forest.
Yeah.
Watch the front of the house. I'm 84%
Taking the
sure.
zip line to beat all the cops from over
You're on the
there.
roof. Shoot those fuckers down.
Sniper.
We need some sodium hydroxide. That's caustic soda.
And we're out.
I'm having the big gun delivered to you. Does that sound right to you?
Who knew the ghettos had the
Alright.
place scoped out?
That's
Like
just like that.
always,
Super
you
easy build.
kept
Like,
your
share,
cool.
comment, subscribe.
If you want something,
Peace.
cook it yourself.